Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Alicia. So today we're talking about 10 good habits. I could probably start with like 100. Sometimes my brain just gets ideas and then I kind of start jotting down notes on my phone. So these are random. I have a list here. I haven't looked at them in a minute. So we will see what we come out with. But I feel like there could be, like I said, a gazillion habits, and what my habits might not be good for you, vice versa. There could be, like, I would say, an endless array of them. But number one, I have complete something. I don't know about you guys, but I feel so much better when I complete something. It could be a book, it could be a craft, it could be gardening, weeding, what have you, like decluttering. It could be tidying the kitchen. But the act of completing something, really, for me, I feel like I've accomplished something. I feel better about myself, about my house, whatever it is. And so I really think it's a good habit to complete something. And it could be like a to-do thing, and it could be something for you. So I don't necessarily feel so good if I sit there and watch YouTube videos all day, but I feel so good when I complete a book. And so some of these habits I feel like are things that are good for the soul, and I feel like completing things are. I will say I'm very thankful that my job has a beginning and an end. It is very nice to start the year brand new. I'm a teacher, in case you didn't know, and then you end the year, and then I have a break. I like that. Now, I understand most people don't have that luxury of a beginning and an end in your job, but that is something I have really come to appreciate. Number two, do something for you. And I'm talking again, some of these things are more like feed your soul. And again, that's different for everybody. And some of them are the same as my number one. So again, I don't read as much. I used to read a lot more, but mom life, I'm just busier. I still do try to read. It's just not as much. I don't have as much free time as I normally did, but reading a book, I just feel good. That's something that for me, I enjoy it. I feel like it's good for my soul. So reading, for you guys, it might be crafting, knitting something, but finding something that makes you feel good. And it could be, like, I was kind of thinking, like, anything for you. I mean, I like pedicures, I like a massage, but that's more, I don't know, relaxing. Not that that couldn't be a thing. I guess that does count as doing something for you. Anyway, take time for you, whatever that is. Maybe you like to run. There's a gazillion things. You like to do puzzles, whatever. But find some time to do something for you. And for me, sometimes it's alone time. Like right now, my husband and daughter are out. It's nice just to have some me time at the house. I need to take a pile to Goodwill here soon. But I kind of went through my closet, like picked some things out that I don't fit anymore, etc. And I'm getting rid of them. So do something for you. Number three, time with friends. For me, specifically, girl time. If I'm going to be honest, I don't get that much anymore. I've never been a person with a gazillion friends, which is totally fine. My best friend lives in Minnesota, and my other college, really good friend, lives in Indiana. And so I don't see them all that often. My one friend in Minnesota, we see each other twice a year. I fly there once, and she flies here once. And then my friend in Indiana, we only see each other when we go to Indiana. And I do have friends at my work that I'm very blessed to have. But everybody right now, I feel like we're in this busy phase of life. And so I do not get girl time that often. I mean, if we're going to be if I'm going to be honest, I would say 3 times a year. And I never realized how much I needed it until I have it. And so just maybe it was like 2 months ago, a group of girls from work, we went out and just had dinner together, and it was so nice. Like, I didn't realize how much I needed that until after it happened. And so I really need to try to make an effort to do that once a quarter. And so for me, finding time with friends is important. I do also have one of my good friends at work doesn't like to plan things. Like, she's like a loosey-goosey seat of her pants, and I'm a plan person. So that's hard. It's hard to get her to commit too far in ahead. So maybe I need to like sporadically be like, hey, do you want to have dinner tomorrow night? But that's also hard for me because I almost have to plan and then just spring it on her. Number 4 is sleep. Now, this again could vary person to person. My husband doesn't seem to care whether he gets 5 hours or 9 hours. I'm a person that I've always needed a lot of sleep. But when I have a full night's rest, I feel so much better. I'm less irritable. I'm happier. So for me, sleep is important. So it doesn't always work. And I will say with the kid game is as she gets older, she stays up a little bit later. And so then you're trying to eke out time for my husband and I to watch a show or time for myself. So it gets a little harder. And I don't know how that's going to work as she gets older and older. I don't know. Number 5, have traditions. Something to look forward to, kind of a thing. We have lots of traditions in this house. Holiday ones, birthday ones. It can be as little as when we go to the beach, we usually get Subway, although they're getting more expensive. But I feel like traditions are really important, and it could also be kind of a routine. Traditions, routines, something to look forward to. So I feel like those are, I don't know, they help make me a happier person. We have a gazillion things. I don't know. Like for the pumpkin, we always go to pumpkin patch. We go apple picking in the fall. We make cookies at Christmas. So traditions. It could be movie night on Friday. It could be pizza night on Friday. But I feel like having traditions / routines, although those are totally kind of two separate things, I feel like help make you happier, healthier, etc. This one's very small, but also kind of chimes in with the other ones, routine and completing something. Number 6, make your bed. Even if you don't make it till 3 p.m., I feel so much better, like my room feels so much more put together when I make the bed. So I feel like making the bed can set your whole day up. Number 7, have clothes that make you feel good. I love this color. I love the little sleeves. I feel good when I'm wearing it. And so it doesn't always work. Do I have clothes that I don't feel my best in? Absolutely. But I feel like everybody needs a couple outfits that like you feel really good in. And in all honesty, we should all probably go through our closets and get rid of anything that doesn't make us feel awesome. Again, I know that one's not always so practical. Let's see. Number 8, find a hobby or something that brings you joy. That kind of goes back to some of the other ones. But for a long time, I've kind of struggled. Like my husband, I feel like is the king of hobbies. He roasts coffee. He rides his bike. He has camera. Like he likes taking pictures. I feel like there's been other ones and like over the years, I haven't always felt like I have hobbies. Back in college, I like to scrapbook. I read, but is that a hobby? At this point, I would call YouTube my hobby. But have something that brings you joy. So I guess at this point, YouTube is my hobby. But prior to YouTube, I kind of struggled. I kind of felt like I needed a hobby. And I don't necessarily have a hobby. I don't knit or crochet. I don't craft on a regular basis. But so I feel like there would be a hole. Like if I didn't YouTube, there would be a hole. I would need to fill it with something. So I feel like everybody needs to have something that they enjoy doing. Because again, that brings you back to you feel good completing something, etc. And then number 9 is I just sort of lumped 2 of them together. I feel like working out and then drinking water, which I suppose go hand in hand, but I didn't want to have like an 11th one, I guess. For me, and I think also that varies. Like my husband gets his water with coffee and soda and he's fine. I need a lot of just water. Drinking enough water really makes me feel good. I think my body runs better. And then working out. And again, I know some people can't work out, whatever. And I think, again, everybody has a different level. I I would say from like high school on, I've been a person who was in sports, or I love hiking. And so working out feels so good to me. Especially hiking. So I love nature. I feel like hiking cleanses my soul. But even if I just go to the gym, I feel like so much better mentally, physically. So I feel like working out is a good habit for many reasons. For me, I'm mainly doing it for my mental space, but clearly it's helping my physical space too. And then number 10 for me, start the day with a healthier breakfast. I've gone to where during school I have like overnight oats. It just kind of sets the tone. I feel good about myself. On the weekends, we do tend to have waffles, which I don't necessarily count as unhealthy, but I never feel as good like if I have a donut. Sometimes we have donuts at work, so I'll have a donut, but I feel like it just sets the tone. Anyway, so those are my 10 habits. I said probably we could have 1,000 more. Anyway, I hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you soon.